Faith, Belief in Action. Randy Ollis is finding people who are guided by their faith from all religions, denominations, and walks of life, and sharing their stories with you. From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is Finding Faith, brought to you by Northview Church.
All right, Finding Faith segment this morning. I am really excited. We have Becky Leatherberry. She's the Ministry Coordinator for Child Evangelism Fellowship. Becky, welcome to Finding Faith. And just right out of the chute here, what is child evangelism? What's it all about?
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here. Child Evangelism Fellowship is actually an international ministry to children. It's worldwide. We're in most countries around the world. We reached 20 million children last year. Yes. Wow. And so I work in the central chapter here in Indiana, which includes 5 counties. We're in Marion, Hamilton, Boone, Hancock, Hendricks County. And we had 16 clubs this year. 15 of them were after-school clubs in the elementary school.
And they're always after school.
Yes, they're after-school clubs. We have the right to offer a program just like any other group in the schools. We had one in a public library, and we're excited that we think we're going to have 2 more clubs start in April yet. So
that's awesome. How long have you guys been around?
85 years.
Incredible.
Yes.
And it probably goes without saying, but why children? What was the pick on working with children?
I think it's a great question because children are the most unreached people groups in the world. And they're the most receptive to the gospel.
Yeah.
So
tender hearts, right?
Yes, tender hearts. And we also know, George Barna helps us with some of these stats, that 80% of families no longer attend church on a regular basis. Oh. But the most compelling reason for reaching them is because Jesus cares about children.
Amen.
He said in Matthew 19:14, "Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them." So for those reasons, we've developed several programs, and the Good News Club is our primary. That's the primary club.
People say, how can you go into the schools? Well, the Supreme Court had issued a statement years ago that
in
any group could go in there.
2001, said they can't discriminate against a club because of religion. So we have the right to be there as much as any other group.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Randy, you have a special connection with these people. What is it?
Yeah, this ministry is close to my heart. When I was 6 years old, they had a club there, the Backyard Club, and I heard the gospel message. And so at the age of 6 years old, I went home and I prayed with my mother to receive Jesus Christ into my heart. That was 61 years ago.
Wow.
So CEF has always been right here. You get me crying here talking about it. As I head towards full retirement, I'm going to be helping them out even more, kind of like paying back here, because I know how important. That was the best decision I ever made at the age of 6 years old, was accepting Jesus Christ. So anyway, let me get into what's going on in about a minute.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
The mini marathon is coming up on May 6th here, and I am forming a team. It's called Bullseye's Beautiful Feet, and we're asking our viewers, listeners on the radio, Moody Radio here, to join our team. If you want to walk or run with us here, it's Bullseye's Beautiful Feet. They call it Bullseye because on the radio they always say I bullseye.
Yeah.
A lot of argument about that. Beautiful feet, the message of Jesus Christ. So we have a QR code right there by Anessa. You can just scan that on your phone. We'd love to have people sign up and be part of the team. We only have 2 people right now, and we're going to walk, jog it. The goal is to finish it here if we can, and I'm hoping to finish it in 2.5 hours, 2 hours 45 minutes. Well, also, as of today, we are going to put this on my Facebook page. We're going to put it on wishtv.com's page too, and there'll be a link there where you can go to find out more about Child Evangelism Fellowship. You can also donate too. We're going to try to raise funds for the ministry there. Again, this is close to my heart. It was the best decision at the age of 6 years old I ever made. So that's
I love that you're transparent and share that with us, Randy, and Becky as well. Yeah,
I'm not ashamed of it.
Absolutely.
I'm not ashamed of the gospel. If it wasn't for my relationship with Christ, I don't know where I would be. So, and this is my way of giving back to the ministry.
And you guys are helping it to reach so many children around the world.
Yes.
Thank you for what you're doing.
We're very thankful for what you're doing.
Don't get me crying here. So, Becky, thank you. We appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much for having me today.
I'm Randy Ollis. Thanks for joining me in the Finding Faith podcast. Join me again next time as I share more stories of people who are guided by their faith. If this podcast has touched you, I hope you'll share it with a friend. If you have a story you want to share, go to lifestylelive.tv and click on the contact button.
This is Finding Faith with Randy Ollis. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast, and be sure to check out other great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network online at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.